in this video specifically, when I say parents, I'm talking about good parents. I'm not talking about the others, the kind. I'm not talking about the neglectful ones. I'm not talking about the ones that just abandon their child. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to TJ's View. It's nice having you guys here today again. So, for the past two videos, we've been talking about being child free, being able to make choices for yourself, but a topic that revolves around both conversations are parents, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Specifically, good parents, you know, because I feel like there've been like a bit of negativity, and I don't just want to like dunk on parents. Like, I also want to talk about good parents because they are good parents. So, as you know, as usual, unscripted, like no scripts, we're just here on our app as usual. So, 1 minute silence for the words that are going to be butchered today because yeah, so let's get into it. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about parents, and as I said, specifically good parents, right? So I did not have any points to talk about in my head. I just want to talk about like the sacrifice that parents make for their children, the selflessness that some parents have. In this video specifically, when I say parents, I'm talking about good parents. I'm not talking about the others, the kind. I'm not talking about the neglectful ones. I'm not talking about the ones that just abandon their child. I'm talking about like good parents, parents that actually show up for their children, parents that do everything they can to make sure that their child is okay, their child is fed, their child is getting a good education, they support their child emotionally, they support their child mentally, they support their child physically, they do everything they can to um, take care of their child and be there for their child. So today's video is a parent appreciation video because I know that in the old videos I was talking about like some bad parents, but as I said before, like life is gray, right? It's not always just black and white. There's also grays, there's in between, right? And today's grays are the parents. So guys, like clap, cheer for all the good parents. If you have good parents, send them a message today saying, "Hi dad, I love you. Hi mom, I love you." Even if they are not your biological parents, like your adopted parents, your parents that like maybe like an aunt, uncle, someone that actually shows up for you, like an adult that shows up in your life, send them a text, like, "I thank you so much for everything you've been doing. I see you. I recognize your input, your impact. I really, really, really appreciate you." Um, the reason why I'm making this video today, right, is because I've just been thinking. I know I said I was going to make like a video on media manipulation, which I really will, but if you know anything about like media manipulation, it's complicated. I don't want to just come out and do the video without like a research. So I really will still make that video. But back to today's topic about parents, right? I wanted to make this video about parents today because I've I've been going through like a bit of an hard time, right? A bit of a rough time, and my siblings really, really, really showed up for me, which I really appreciate. Like, guys, you are the best. Thank you so, so much for everything. And also, in that capacity, my parents also, really helped, right? Like, the thing that is really, really weighing on me, like, fun enough, the only person that can actually solve it for me right now is literally my dad. And I know that he's going to do everything in his power to make it work, which I really, really appreciate because, he's giving up a lot of his life to just making sure that the children are okay, the family is okay. My mom also, I spoke to her and she was so supportive, like she was just talking, cheering me up, and all of these things, which I really, really deeply appreciate. Like, not saying my parents are perfect or anything. That's not the conversation for today. But like the conversation today is to appreciate everything that they do. Yes, as I said earlier, like in my past videos about being child free, like when you choose to have kids, it is you that chose to have the kid, right? It's not the child's responsibility to, how will I put it? When you choose to have children, right? It is you that chose to have the kids. You are the one that is going to support the kid, to be there for the kid and all of that. But even with that knowledge, that is a knowledge in theory, right? To actually put that into practice, not a lot of parents are able to do that. Not a lot of parents are able to show up for their kid in any way. And I want like this video to be like an appreciation for the ones that actually show up, the ones that are there, the ones that value your interests, your hobbies, the ones that would buy you the, oh mommy, I want to get into ballet, that are going to buy you the pointy shoes, the ones that are going to, oh mommy, I want to play like a sport, oh daddy, I want to get like a basketball, and they are going to do it for you. Hey dad, hey mom, I'm interested in so I'm interested in theater. They're going to, oh, we're at theater classes, let me sign you up for it. That these parents are the ones we are talking about today, the ones that actually show up, the ones that are there, the ones you can go to when the world is like turning its back on you, or when you feel like everything is crashing down on you, the ones that can be that quiet for you, that can be that your quiet place, your resting place, the parents that are home. Those are what these videos are for today. Appreciation for them. um Obviously, like, parents are not perfect, they have their own issues, because I feel like everybody is shaped by their experiences, by what they know, by what they've seen. So parents can only show up for you by their own experience. They cannot do what they don't know. They cannot do what um anyways. So um I know that there's like a bit of issues with the volume, right? Because like I don't have like a microphone, so the like video is not, like, my voice is not going to be like super loud in the video, even though right now I'm actually talking like really really loudly, but I know that my voice is not might not actually carry this much in the video. But if it's actually a big problem that you guys can actually not hear what I am saying at all, let me know, so that I actually can work towards fixing this sound issue. Like, because if you guys don't see anything, I'm just going to assume that even if I'm not super loud, you guys can still hear me. So if for any reasons that you cannot hear me, let me actually know in the comment sections, so I'll actually do something about fixing it. Okay, so I want you guys to also share like stories about your parents, like the good things your parents have done for you, like, because I know that even with bad parents, right? Even with bad parents, sometimes they have their good times, they have their good times. They have the times where they actually show up and be a parent. So yeah, just write about your experiences with them, like what did your dad or mom or someone you see as a parent figure, or your caregiver, what did they do for you that really 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 impacted you positively? There's going to be a video for you to talk about the negative impact. This one is positive. Like, about what they do for you, like, that impacted you positively, what they did for you that really changed your view on things in a positive way. As I said, what they did for you that inspired you, the sacrifices they made for you that just made you go like, wow, this person is a superhuman, like my mom is a superwoman, my dad is a superman, like, oh shit. Like, just those experiences, like, share them down below. um People can probably tell that I'm not really the positive person, right? Because I was talking to my sister, right, and she was talking to me about how, like, I am so like negative on things. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big pessimist. Oh my gosh, like, I am a pessimist, stick person. Like, but I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to see things like more positively. I'm trying to see the good parts of life. Like, it's not always bad. So also, like, talking about sacrifice that parents make, as you can see, this video is all over the place because as you know, no script. So talking about the sacrifice that parents make, right? You think about how, they lived their life, pursuing their dreams, and then, the parents had you. Some parents had the child planned, some unplanned, some through a very, very heartbreaking circumstances. But in all of these like scenarios, the parents still chose to, do what they can to make sure that they can do the best that they can do for that child, the best within their power, the best within their ability, their capability, which is a very, very, very commendable thing. It's something to be commended for, you know. Some parents, go through sleepless nights trying to work 16 hours shift, double hours shift, weekend holiday, vacation, they are working, they are doing everything they can to just gather that money, to gather that support that they can for you. Some are taking time off work, taking time off their life to just be there for you when you're going through some hard circumstances, when you are going through that health struggle that no one expected, they are taking off their time, their energy to just be there to support you, to be there to take care of you, to be your caretaker, to be your caregiver. Like, it's something to appreciate for. I mean, it's something they should do because they're your parents, that's their job. But as I said, not every parent actually do that job. That job that every parent is supposed to be doing, not every parent actually know to do that job. So for the ones that actually do the job, like, let's appreciate them, like a lot, especially as African children, right? Our mothers make a lot of sacrifice, like in many families, right? The mothers do a lot of sacrifice. Some mothers, you know, quit their jobs, some take on multiple work, some stay in bad situations just to make sure that you are okay. Not like staying in a bad situation is actually the right thing to do. Like, it's not something to be commended for that you actually stayed through something that is going to traumatize you and your child. Like, you shouldn't do that, But it's something that some parents do because they feel like that's the only thing that they can do. That's the only thing they are capable of doing to support and help their child, which, let's commend them for it, Let's appreciate them, for everything they've persevered, everything they've been through, the hours they showed up, the checking on you multiple times at night. You're sleeping, without any care in the world. Your mom, your dad, they're so worried. They're coming to check on you, like, oh, are you sleeping? Oh, like, are you okay? So they're coming to check on you. They're coming to see you, like, are you good? Are you okay? Are you sleeping well at night? And all of these things. The ones that show up to all your school functions, your PTA meeting, they're there. Your sports meets, they are there. Your practice meets, they are there. Extracurriculars, they are there. Like, it's showing up. Loving someone is showing up for them, being there for them, comforting them, letting them feel the love that you have for them. And some parents actually do a fantastic job at all of those. So I feel like they should be appreciated. They should be appreciated that they realize how big a responsibility it is to actually have a child, to, and they actually put in the work. They put in that parenting work because parents were also not born parents, right? They lived through their life experiences, and then they were able to show up as parents. So I feel like they should be commended. Like, when it comes to, like, I'm not actually a big supporter of like gender roles or anything like that, but in the African community, it's actually a very, very big thing. Like, there's very strict gender normative rules, what the father's supposed to do, what the mother's supposed to do, and all of these things. Like, I actually don't support that system, but for the sake of this video, like, the fathers in African households, the good fathers in African households are usually the ones that do most of the providing. And even the ones that are not like super capable financially, they try to, be there for you, like, emotionally. They try to show up, they try to teach you, they try to impact, that they try to just support you in anything that you're doing. And that's something to be commended for. Like, that's something to recognize and actually appreciate. I mean, Father's Day is even coming soon, right? So happy Father's Day to all the fathers that actually show up, the fathers that, that contribute, the fathers that actually do abandon their children and run off, the fathers that actually father, because the difference between just showing up, oh, this child, how are you doing, once in a while, and oh, daddy, send me money, and that's all they are doing, sending you money. They actually don't care about you. That's a, I don't know, a financial, I don't know, like a banker, like someone that is just a money dispenser. That's not a father, or the ones that just give it to you and run off. That's a sperm donor. That's not a father. A father is actually, someone that actually does everything. They support you. They are there for you. They're the best. So that's something to appreciate. And it's just, I mean, not everyone have like the typical, like, family. Not everyone grew up in a two-parent household, but it doesn't still mean that each of the parents did not do their best. Some, in the situation where maybe you grew up in a single parent household, and that single parent is the one that actually did everything they can to, make sure that you get the best that life has to offer, and the best that they can offer you. Like, let's appreciate them. They stood by you, they were there for you, they supported you, they impacted you. Like, some, give up their dreams to be there for you. Some give up their, I'm not saying this to guilt anyone, because it's like, I'm not a supporter of giving up your dream for anything, or giving up your life to dedicate to something. Like, I'm really not a supporter of that. But it's still a reality in the world that there are people that actually do give up a lot just to make sure that someone else can be okay. And recognition and appreciation for the efforts that they actually put through. So yeah, that's it today. Like, just a parent appreciation post for everything that they do, for the support that they give, for the showing up that they show up. Like, yeah. So let me know what you guys think about today's video. What do you think? What stories do you have to tell? Like, just all in the comment section. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this channel. And yeah, keep returning, please. Like, there's a lot that goes on this channel. And yeah, just let me know, like, if you guys want maybe me to do like a manual review, a movie review. Like, you can also like drop specific, oh, like, I want you to review this particular manual, I would like you to review this particular, you know movie, this particular book, this particular thing. Like, TJ, we missed the Reddit series, can we go back to the Reddit series at least for like 2 videos or something? Like, yeah, just let me know what you think in the comment section. So yeah, thank you, and peace out. Bye.